And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Go away, please. Please, my friend, please.
Bound to lose one.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
We're starting back out here.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they try the right side here. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, box truck. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw. Woody, he's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Flush to his right. He's going deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
Oh, no, that's just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Off the play fake. Woody. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on first down. Woody. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action. Woody. Oh, that was dangerous.
Come on.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On second down now, it's Gibson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first and 10, Woody looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Check 41. Not today, you want? Not today. 41. Ready?
On first down, Woody, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Woody. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Oh, wow.
He may try and run for this. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
That's a teddy, boy.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move?
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Thank you, Todd.
An 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Oh, man. That's tough.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
Hit the wrong damn button.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here it comes. Here it comes. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Go. Staying open. Staying open. Fast, fast.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Shark, fuck out of here, man.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Down. 90, Wolf. 51. That's right, baby. 60. We grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Woody. Terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Damn.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. Out. Hey, exit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Woody.
Oh, wow.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone
wow,
coverage.
Liz.
Free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Cheap suits, cheap suits.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of first
The
downs.
touchdown is there if you can just let go of the ball.
Safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and
shit.
give your punter an assist on that one. Pin them deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check and rush. Check the call, check the call. Short. 33. Too little, Cap. Put up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Switch. Play. 55.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
QB contained,
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Following the fumble recovery, Woody, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
It's fucking weird, bro.
On the set.
It's insane, actually.
Hey, Zoo. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Back to throw. Woody. And he's going to go
Look,
down. They get to it back at the 40.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw. Woody nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. Woody. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
First down, Seattle.
Oh, boy.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Check 41. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, orbit. Yo, Jack.
From the gun, Woody. Wright's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It's supposed to be bracketed outside and inside. Why is my outside defender playing inside of an
How precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On 1st and 10, Woody. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Hill one more time. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Bruh, okay, son.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about.
Man.
Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
I fucking hate it here, bro.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Legit.
Watch the screen.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Set, hut, Pittsburgh. Hey, eat. No chance.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
I got it.
Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Let's get in there.
They'll run it out of the gun. And he is met in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After seeing that, maybe take some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
In fucking sanity.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he
better than the
goes.
1 yard line, buddy. Yeah, it's 99 yards.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue.
Bro,
I think that's exactly what they look to do.
How is that
But the
pick,
beauty
bro?
is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Bro, you just lost them again?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo.
D, man up, D. Hey, 41 Mike.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Woody skirts by him at the 35. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, maybe a
29 with there,
he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 20. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 41. Go. Shoot.
Throwing again. Woody. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Go, go. 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Woody, complete to right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Nowhere to go.
Come on, bro.
It's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
That's it. Yo, 33. 33. Bring it. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here we go. Here we go. Mark 55.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Ready.
Mike. Let's go, D.
Blue draw Porkers.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
41 to Mike. 41 to Mike.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Woody nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
You're out. Hey, Charlie.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep.
Back to throw. Woody, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to drop it well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go.
That many screens have been thrown to the
so with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Wait for me quick suggestions. I don't listen to y'all no more.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage.
Give
But
me
that's
what
it.
I called, man. Jesus Christ, I caught a fucking trap. Not hard. Nice.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10.
It's a beautiful game, bro.
And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. This one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts on his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
I may have stopped under his slant. That's crazy.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Stepped out.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.